Yeah, good morning, students. Welcome back again to our virtual classroom. And last topic of discussion was about Cartesian system, where we have discussed about like how we represent the horizontal line and the vertical line intersecting at a point. That point is called as origin, and this is how it looks. The x-axis and y-axis intersecting at a common point, which is called as origin here, and we call it xox dash and yoy dash like that. Okay, and now we'll be talking about how to represent the points in a given quadrant. So first of all, to understand like what is the meaning of quadrant here. So this particular word quadrant means 1 by fourth of a whole, isn't it? 1 by fourth of a whole is called as quadrant. So 1/4 of a whole, to understand this thing in another way around. So just understand this. This particular word has come from the circle, isn't it? Where we defined a 360-degree into four sections of 90 degree each, and each section is called as 1/4 of the whole, isn't it? So 1/4, and this is also 1/4. Suppose this one is also 1/4 and this is also 1/4. So if you add all 1/4, what you get is 1, isn't it? So this is the part of a circle. Quadrant is 1/4 part of the circle. Okay. Similarly, in a plane, if we the moment we combine, or when we try to intersect these verticals and horizontal lines together, what we get, there are four sections we get, okay, or four chambers we call it, or quadrants. That number one, number two, number three, and number four, like that, in anti-clockwise. Okay. So moving to the next part of it, I'll teach you like how x the coordinates and y coordinates are marked in a given plane or a given quadrants. So let us understand this x coordinate of a point is marked by drawing perpendicular from the y axis. From y axis, if you draw a perpendicular, okay, at a given steps which is given, like the questions will be given to you all, like how to mark the x or and the y coordinates in a given plane. So the ordered pair of writing is always x comma y. Okay. That is the order pair, and that is to be enclosed in a bracket. So if you see here, like coordinates are in brackets. Okay. So first comes x axis and then the y coordinate. So all the points on the x axis is known as abscissa, and all the points on the y-axis is known as ordinates. Okay, this is how the vice versa thing works here. Next is the same, like coordinates of the origin is 0 0, that we have already gone through. Okay, and this is how it looks like. Suppose we have got the x unit. Okay, x unit for the x coordinate, okay, and y unit for the y coordinate. So we have to move x steps to the right. Okay, if it is positive x, so x steps to the right. We'll talking about the sign conventions also in the next topic. And for the y, we have the positive y, okay, from the y coordinate. So to mark the x points, we have to take or draw perpendicular from the y axis. The y axis is this one. Okay, from this axis we are drawing perpendicular here. This one is the perpendicular, and for y points we have to draw a perpendicular from the x axis. Okay, like this. So this is how this the points are like taken in a given quadrant. So the next part would be the signs. Okay, this is the main thing which we have to consider here. This is the main topic, science of the coordinates, the most important topic of this chapter. Okay, science of the coordinate. To understand this thing, I'll take you to the my slide here. Okay, here I see, first of all I'll draw a Cartesian plane. Okay, let me take you through the basic concept of this. Okay, this point is called origin. Okay, this is called origin, represented by O, and the coordinate of this point will be 0 0. Okay, this is the coordinate of this points, this particular O point. Now, as you already know that to the right of 0 all positive sign will be there, and to the left of 0 all negative sign. Okay, and to the up of 0, up means what? To the top, like this is the y axis, this one is x axis. So x o x dash, it is going negative, so o x dash is negative, and o y dash will be negative here, and o y is positive. So understand this, the order pair, as I already said, is written as x and y. This is the order pair. Okay, so first comes x points and the second comes the y points, or abscissa and ordinates. So just look at this chamber now, XOY, this chamber XOY. I'm talking about this chamber now. I'm talking about this chamber. Let's talk about this quadrant number 1. So OX, first of all, x point. So x is drawn from the x from O, taking the number of steps, taking the number of steps to the right hand side. So OX will be like positive x, and OY, it is going up, so it is also positive. So we are taking anti-clockwise like this direction. Okay, coordinate quadrant number 1, number 2, number 3, and number 4, like this we are going with. Okay, so number 2, like here, if you see, the x-axis is negative because it is going to the left, negative, and y-axis to the top is positive. So minus plus sign will be here. Third quadrant, if you talk about this chamber, the x is going negative and the y is also going negative, so minus sign here. To the fourth one, if you see, the x is going positive. From here to here it is going positive, and here to here it is coming negative, so plus and minus. I hope you understood this particular part. Let's go back to the slide. Okay, so for your perusal, just go through it, okay, and copy down in your notebook, and you can start solving the question answers based on the current understanding. So this is the question, for example, which I was talking about in my first session. So plotting a point in the plane if its coordinates are given. Okay, so plot the point 6, 4, minus 6, 4, minus 6 and 4, and 6 minus 4. Okay, the solution is quite simple. For 6, 4 will take, we just have to go 6 step. This is x-axis, okay, and this is the y. Okay, so x and y. So for x 6, so you have to see on the number line x, okay, from 0 to the right hand first quadrant it will come. First of all, the first priority is to check whether these points will come in which all quadrants, okay, and accordingly you just proceed. So first quadrant will be having 6, 4 because both are positive. See how it is drawn now. So this is 6 and 4 first quadrant, minus 6 and 4 second, and minus 6 minus 4 third, and 6 and minus 4 fourth. So how to draw here 6? You have to go further 6 step here to the right and 4 step to the up, okay, and draw perpendicular respectively to the x-axis like this and to y here, and the intersection point will be 6, 4. Similarly, for other examples you repeat the same thing. Okay, for any queries and questions you can reach out to me on my WhatsApp number, that is 88 777, okay, and 40022. I'll be happy to solve your questions. Just post your questions on my WhatsApp number. I'll be helping out there itself. And thank you. The session ends now.